Now we
I
have now we have other elxis or attractions in Byzantine music too. They're more kind of used as the exception rather than the rule. Like in play go fourth, we go ni pa vu, and the pa sharps to the vu. Ni pa vu. Hear that?
yes.
Ni pa vu. So it's something very similar to what you run into in blues. I don't know whether or not you're familiar with the idiom. There's a lot of what the blues guys call note bending, and it's basically the same thing.
Okay.
And it also occurs a lot in early Western music, like early Baroque and before. And sometimes you'll see them marked in the scores. Sometimes you won't. And we refer to those types of situations where it's just sort of understood that you do it a certain way.
Excuse me.
We call in Western music we call it a musica ficta, or a fictitious note, basically. Bless you.
Thanks. Oh, these
It,
allergies are
oh,
suffering.
I know. I hate them. Half the office is sneezing. But you may or may not see them written into the scores. I will write them in sometimes to reinforce something that I specifically want done.
Okay.
But don't always expect it. Understand it as a rule, and we'll get into that more when we start actually getting into the modes
Okay.
themselves, because you kind of have to understand the places I'm coming from here. So let's try 80. Let's try 83. Nizo nike ni pavogadike nike ni.
Ni ni ke pazovuni. Is it? Oh man, I'm confusing myself with the second one. Is there? Do I pause there?
3 beats.
There's a pause there, right?
That's a 2-beat pause.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna try this again. Ni ni ke pazovuni.
2, 3.
Organizov. Oh man,
That's a hard one.
yeah. I got this. I was literally practicing it all week in my car on the way here. Just all right.
I do it on buses.
I'm sorry.
I do this on buses sometimes.
Oh really? Well, whatever keeps it fresh, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Ni ke pazovuni pagani vuzo paketni zoni.
Nice.
Oh man, that's
Nice.
so
It's a toughie.
and it's just at the end there where it goes from and then back up one, because I'm expecting to go up 4 instead of.
It's got a number of trick horses in there. Well, I get the sense that you get it. Keep practicing it.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna skip over 84 for the
That
time.
one was easy.
Well, do you want to do it?
Yeah, I get it.
Let's do it as a formality, just to get things out of the way.
Of course. Ni ke pazovuni ni vuzo pake ni. I said it was easy in the night. Did that right at the end.
Bravo.
That's all right.
Okay. So, all right. So I want to cover the last 2 that he has exercises for, and then a few other little. I'm gonna breeze over the some of the extreme intervals that go above the octave.
Okay.
Okay. So where were we? Come on, computer, quit giving me grief. Okay, so Exophonia, which is an ascent and descent of 6 tones. Just a second. All right, here we go. And it's basically an ascending seventh.
Okay.
And this you will see, but again, like the Pentaphonia, you're not going to see it functioning as a dominant tone most of the time. You will usually see it as an approach tone, particularly if it's a natural.
Okay.
Where you're going to see this most often as a harmonic is as if it's flatted. But
and you know it's flatted if
if it's going down.
Okay.
Or in certain circumstances, in harmonic pieces, the zo is always flat.
Okay.
No matter what. Particularly third and grave. For some. Hexaphonia is basically it's an ascent of 6 tones. It's the note immediately before you hit the if you're going knee, it's the note immediately before the upper knee. Ni babuga di kezo, ni zo, and you can hear why it's not used as not oftentimes in its natural position. It's not used as a harmonic note of any sort. Ni zo is a little bit more harmonic. Ni zo, but this is the this is the one that's going to precede an octave. It's going to precede. It's going to always precede whatever the top note of your scale is. So if you're ni zo, pa ni. So you can always get a good sense of where this is going to sit by figuring out what is going to be 7 steps above whatever the note you were chanting. Say in this case, pa, and so the top of your scale is going to be pa. So your hexaphonia is always going to be 1 below. That's it, and I run into problems with this myself when I'm chanting, particularly works that do a lot of this. So I will do if I hit a phrase and I know the next phrase is going to go 6 up, I will go na da na da and then attack.
Okay.
So it's a tough interval, but it's not undoable. So in this case, you have pa ni zo ke ni zo ke di pa zo pa ni zo ke. So don't feel bad at the first couple of attacks you do. You have to either run up 6 or go up to the octave and go down, and then go down 1.
Okay.
Some of the best of us find ourselves doing that occasionally, unless we really know a piece.
Then it's difficult to mess it up.
Yeah. Well, if you've been doing, it's something if you've been doing for years, it's and the other key to that is if you have a good isocrat.
Yeah.
If you have a good solid as a rock isocrat, you're going to missing it is an awful lot harder.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so 6 up is always going to be soma, or body, ipsele, and then kendima, like that.
Uh-huh.
And you'll see it written out in these contexts, either with an oligon, with an oxia, or with a petaste. So anytime, again, it's always going to follow soma, or body, ipsele to the right, and then kendima in its normal 3-up position.
Uh-huh.
And the rationale for that is 4 plus 2, 4 plus, or is it the other way around? 4 and then 3. So it's a 7th. So you subtract down. Okay, so this is going to be your 6 tones.
Uh-huh.
And then the big thing, and this threw me the first few times I had to attack this, is when you're doing Pentaphonia, or 7 tones, then you have soma, kendima, and then on the very top, ipsele, like that. Again, why precisely, I don't know. I wasn't at the meeting. But just, it's something to get used to seeing. The more you practice, the more it's going to come. Ni 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 zokedi ni 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 zokedi ni. I see. Ni ni di kezoni. So it's exactly this is going to be exactly the same note as the one below it, except 1 octave higher, or 7 steps higher. So always ni 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 ni, pa 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 pa, vo 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 vo. However high you want to go up. Conversely, we're gonna hit this on the downside. If my computer decides it's going to cooperate, give me a minute here. Well, you can see it. You can see it right here for a descent of 6 tones for Alexopoulos. You have, for descent, you have Hamali, Elefron, 4 plus 2. Going down for some reason seems to be where the math really the math really follows a certain amount of logic. So in this case, ni. Come on, this thing is beach balling on me, so bear with me here.
I'm following.
Okay, I gotta wait for I can't go any further until my cursor decides it's going to turn from a beach ball to an arrow. You're a Mac user, you know exactly what that means.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's spinning.
What are you using, a MacBook or an Air?
This is a MacBook Pro.
Okay, that's what I'm using, a 2012 or something like that. Okay, so here you have ni ni pavoga the gavupani zoke the kezoni. So this is the converse of this.
Okay.
So elefron with no markings in it, and the hamali, topped by a hamali, remember, add your value. Add your values. 4 plus 2 equals 6 down. And conversely, for your octave, you just add the what do you call the apostrophos under the elephron, like you would do if it was a 3 down.
Okay.
So 4 plus 3, 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. Are you there?
Hey, sorry, Wi-Fi cut off.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the. So we have pretty much hit the octave. All eight notes of the scale. All 8 intervals. I think when we get back, I'm going to when we resume, probably in the fall, I'm going to kind of review everything just to make sure that we don't have any further questions.
Of course.
There is a number of course, Byzantine music doesn't end at the octave. And so anytime you do from time to time see an ascent or descent of 8 tones. In the case of going up, you see the ipsele both to the right and to the left. With going down, you see 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 descents. And going on forward, you see for 11 tone or 9 tones, for some reason they use, and don't ask me why again, you see the kendima, but it has no for 9 tones you have the kendimata, and then ipsele to the right, ipsele to the top. We do not, this is the one case where we do not read the kendimata as a musical note.
Okay.
This is the one time that you do not see it. So if you see anything like, can you see my cursor?
Yep.
Yeah, if you see anything like this, a pattern, body, kendimata, ipsele to the right, ipsele to the top, never read the this is a whole value.
Okay.
This is a completely whole value. And this is one of those things that I get some students mad at me. I said, well, why do they have to do that? And it's, well, I don't know, but it's that way.
Just because that's how
it's just because it's that way. I wasn't at the meeting, so
wasn't at that meeting either. Yep.
Yeah. And then conversely, going down 9 tones, you have 4 plus 4 is 8, 1 plus 1, 9. And pretty much going down all the way here. These bottom 3 intervals, it's very, very, very rare you'll ever see these in normal chanting, even in the really heavy papatic works. Unless you're really doing a very modern composition like Stanitsas or Taliadoros, where they really like showing off their range.
Okay.
I don't have that kind of 11-tone voice at age 55 anymore. So, or if I know I'm going to be doing a piece that's going to have something like that, I've got to really prep for that. But for the most part, 9 and 10 you're going to see plenty. You're going to see enough of to make it worth your while.
Okay.
Particularly 8. 8 shows up in a few works, few actually monastic works. Let me bring up my liturgy book here. Hold on. Where did you go? Where'd you go? Okay, hold on. I'm losing my bearing here. Okay, here we go. The phrase "the Lord looseth the fettered," "the Lord maketh wise the blind," "the Lord setteth aright the fallen." What happens here is that you have a very nice little fourth mode pattern, and and then it does this sort of. If you hear this on Alexopoulos liturgy CD. If you don't have it, get it. By the way.
Okay.
Actually, I could probably send it to you because I don't think it's in print anymore. But and then so the Thessi here goes the Lord looseth the fettered, the Lord maketh wise the blind, and you see you go all the way up here, up 8 steps. The Lord setteth aright the fallen. So you don't see it often, but you see it enough that having it in your bag of tricks is not a bad thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Or let's see if I can bring up hold on. What was it? It's another liturgy. It's an Exynos that's used during the liturgy. This is from my infamous liturgy book. Okay, hold on. All right. All right. So it's from the here we have our Pentaphonia. But in the it's a very modern composition of a Constantinople chanter by the name of Michael Hatzi Athanasiou. It's a tongue twister. He was a teacher at the Halki school. But you have you have on more honorable, you have a 9 up. So and if you hear a mode being referred to as Pentaphonia, first of all, it means it's always going to be hovering around that octave. Let's see. So, our God, more honorable. So you have octave plus 1 plus 1. More honorable than the chair. But this attack is something that you need to be spot on.
Yeah, for able to be executed properly.
Yeah. Yep. So, we have covered a lot of ground in the last year. Goodness, has it been that long? Or that seems like it's gone by. It seems like it's already gone by. Seems like it's gone by almost it's just flown by. So, and we've covered a lot of ground and you've made a lot of progress. So what I want you to do during your absence, go ahead and start 85 through the end 89.
Okay.
Don't hesitate to use the recordings.
Of course.
For your benefit. So this will be Exa and Pentaphonia. And this is pretty much going to wrap out our interval. If you want to tackle one of the practice couple of the practice exercises, I really encourage it. On page 76, 7 and 77.
Okay.
So start getting used to. Ignore for now symbols like this, the omalon, the Sifi stone,
Okay.
and such. Anything you see written on a line below the main line of melody
Gotcha.
is going to be some sort of ornamental figure.
Okay.
So don't worry about that right now. We will get our next little adventure is going to be ornamentation.
Gotcha.
So
I'm excited for that.
Yep. And after that goes, I'm actually ratcheting Father Alexander back to some ornamentation work. So, because his sight reading skills are really good, but he's still kind of interpreting it like flat soda pop. Mexican food without the chili peppers.
Of course.
So 85 through 89, review everything. And I do mean everything.
From front to back.
From front to back. Keep yourself limber.
Of course.
So for my calendar, this is the 22nd. Just a second here. Bear with me here. Hold on. Okay, this is the 20. For some reason, oh, there we go. So it'll be next week. I didn't have you on the calendar anyway. I'll go ahead and cancel these out for right now. This will cancel, and then we'll just. When do you plan on returning?
From Greece?
Yes.
It'll be September the 9th.
Okay.
And then if I decide to either get an apartment or stay at the building, that would depend on I guess how it goes, because I just need a little bit of independence, because if the family's going to be moving down too, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle myself. So
all right. So I will let me just mark the date that you're coming back. You said September what?
The 9th.
Oh God, I hate summer. Everybody goes away. All right, so on September 9th, I'll just put a note here that Vasily, come on. Vasilios returns, hopefully with some good recordings from Greece.
Of course.
I'll just mark it as an all-day event. Hold on. Oh, since they've upgraded all these things, I'm a little lost because they changed the functionality of some of them. All right, so I've got you coming back. Would you do me a favor and text me when you get back?
Yes.
That way we can kind of get a better bearing on where things sit.
Of course.
Really, I'd like to keep things going. I'd hate to lose a good student for any reason. And I'm glad you're managing to keep the fire going. Sometimes I feel like mine's gone out, but you guys keep me going. So
yeah, for sure. We appreciate everything you're able to do for us.
You should have heard Benji at the last lesson. He did the Dogmaticon for Plago first, and you'll probably hate me by the time when we start working on scores, because I will be picayooning every little thing.
Okay.
So, but he learns. He really does. He picks. It's like if I have a disappointing lesson, it's the next one always. The next one never disappoints.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are a lot. You guys are a lot of fun to work with. So I want to keep you going and keep the fire in your belly for as long as I can. So, are you there? Hello? Hello?
John.
Are you there?
John. Hey, yeah, we've been having nasty thunderstorms.
Oh my. So
We've tornadoes all up and down the East Coast. It's been nasty.
Oh my. So anyway, so I will expect a call back from you after the 9th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll keep in touch with you in between then. So
Okay. Oh, by the by,
yes.
You keep calling me "Oh Captain, my Captain." You know what that's from?
Isn't that a song?
That was a poem by the classic American poet Walt Whitman.
Okay.
And it was about, of all people from that era, Abraham Lincoln.
Really?
Oh Captain, my Captain. It's a great poem.
I'm gonna look it up right after this.
Well, Uncle Walt, he's one of my Uncle Walt Whitman and Robert Frost, I think, are my two very favorite American poets. So, anyway, we will see you. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
We will see you when we return. And if you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to ask. If you find Macris, put him in touch with me, please.
I will. I'll put a good word in.
Okay. So I will. I'll look forward to seeing you in September then. Christ
yes,
is risen.
Sir.
Christos anesti.
Alithos anesti.
Bye bye now.